My name is Bo Miguez. Join me as I discover the stories and purpose behind the best businesses in Shreveport, Bossier. This is Blue Coat Interviews. Hey, Shreveport, Bossier, Bo Miguez here. Another Blue Coat interview with today Shelly Wagner, Coldwell Banker Gosley. Shelly, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, I want to come in here and just sit down with Shelly for a minute and talk to you guys and really just, get our thoughts. Consistently, Shelly, you are voted as one of the best real estate agents in the area in our survey. Of course, voted on all by the local people. Open ballot. They had to go in there and type your name and type your information. So a huge honor. You must be doing something really good. And I guess my first question to you, Shelly, is what is it, in your opinion, why do the locals love you so much?
Bo, that's a great question. I think it really is based on my love and past customer service skills, because in real estate people say, oh, Shelly, well, you're in sales, you sell houses. Well, that's true, but I don't really look at it as though I'm in a sales position. Bo, I look at it as though I'm providing a service for my clients, because we're not selling one cookie cutter product like a wallet. Mm-hmm. We are selling all types of different houses. And so I provide a service and I stand behind that service. And I think that really makes a difference.
All right, so Shelly, my second question is, I like to ask this to, everyone I sit down and interview is, how did you get into real estate?
So my degree is in accounting. And accounting is not very much fun. No offense to the accountants out there, but you really don't get to interact with people as much. And so I really was like a bird in a cage. I really needed to get out and interact with people. And so getting into real estate gave me that opportunity. So I can use my love of numbers and my love of people, mesh the two together, and my goodness, I love what I do.
What are some tips that you could give someone looking to buy or sell a home? I mean, what is the thought process they should start thinking about?
Goodness, Bo, that's a loaded question. I really think I could talk about this forever. One of my first recommendations and most important recommendations would be really to hire a real estate agent, because there's just so much that goes into a real estate transaction that could be missed, or where people could get taken advantage of. And don't hire just any real estate agent. Make sure they're a full-time real estate agent, and please make sure they have some real estate transactions under their belt, because there's only this much we learn in real estate school that we can apply. We learn the law, but we learn nothing about selling a house or really buying a house. Mm-hmm. So I just think it's really important to hire a qualified and full-time real estate agent.
So if you have a home that you have for sale and you have to move, let's say you're relocation or whatever, and your house is vacant, is staging that big of a deal?
So staging can always make the house feel warm and more inviting, even if it's just accessory staging and not just furniture staging. When I recommend furniture staging is if you have a small or awkward size room, like a small living room or a living room that's like oblong. Buyers walk in and they really don't have much vision. They think, oh my goodness, my corner couch won't fit in here. This house isn't gonna work for me. Or they walk into the master bedroom and it's kind of small and they go, I don't think this is gonna fit my king size bed and my 2 nightstands and my dresser and my blah, 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 and so they just keep moving on to the next house. So if you go ahead and put a king size bed in there with 2 nightstands and a dresser, and then they walk in and they go, oh yeah, my stuff will fit. That is when staging can help.
Does a real estate agent, really get involved and help a buyer and a seller really navigate through that buying and selling process, that inspection process, the mortgage process? There's a lot of components to that. So does a good agent really, kind of walk the buyer or seller through that process?
I actually think that's what sets the good agents apart from all of the other agents. We walk our clients through every single step of the way, and we hold their hand throughout the entire process. That way, when we get to the closing table, they feel like they've been completely involved in the entire process, and they're happy. Mm-hmm. So yes, it sets the good ones apart from the others.
Why does someone need a realtor?
Well, I have one word for that, Bo, and that's protection. A realtor protects you from every way that the transaction could go south. They will help guide you through the entire process, and there are people out there that that can take advantage of you. If you don't have a real estate agent that knows that first of all knows the laws and knows what's normal and what's not, you can really get taken advantage of. And I mean, this is something that can haunt you for years down the road. I mean, it could get you into lawsuits.
Oh, wow.
And so, first and foremost, like I said, real estate agents can just protect you from just stuff that can happen in a real estate transaction.
All right, so last question, Shelly, and this is my favorite question to ask somebody, especially, successful and, like you, that has just been locally loved and people go out there and vote for you and take the time to go on our ballot and do that. What is one thing about your business that people may not know, but you think they should?
Okay, let's talk about pricing your home for a minute. Sellers will often look at the Zillow's estimate and go, oh, my house is worth $500,000, and think that's the golden number. But really, Zillow's estimates, especially in our market, are not always correct. In fact, they can be $50,000. My last house was $50,000 off. That was my personal home. And so, don't look at Zillow's estimates. Another misconception is clients will say, oh, well, I did a refinance last year and my house appraised for X amount. So they think that's what they should list it for, when that's not always the case. And so also sellers will say, oh, well, my neighbor's house behind me sold 3 years ago for X amount, so I should probably be able to list mine for around the same amount because they're real similar, right? Well, really, appraisers look, if they can find the amount of comps that they're looking for in similar homes, they'll look 6 months back. They won't go 3 and 4 years back. So, and really they don't even look at what houses are listed for, they look at what they sold for. And that's kind of how they come up with appraised values. So anyway, if you're confused, just get a real estate agent over to your home and get them to run the numbers for you.
Okay.
It really does help.
Yeah, and that makes sense to me. Guys, I hope that was informative, just to hear from Shelly. Again, if you're thinking about buying or selling, always, you can search her online. Of course, go to localsloveus.com. Get all of her information there. We have her Facebook linked up and all of her information, contact information where you can contact her directly. And Shelly, thank you again for sitting down with me. Always a pleasure to come and talk to the best of the best in our market.
Thank you so much, Bo. I appreciate you. And I appreciate Locals Love Us. You're awesome.
Thank you.